Hi, this is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. What do you do when there is a clash of issues, when you have two parties, each wanting to raise their own issues with equal fervor? Now, if both parties are equally stubborn and equally strong-minded about the issues they want to raise, this is not going to dissipate into any cool discussion. In fact, it will escalate into a situation of anger and debate. So how do we resolve this clash of issues between two parties? Here is where we need to make the ear and mouth decision. Now, what is the ear and mouth decision? If you examine the reason why there is a clash and conflict in the first place, you will find out that it is because both parties use the mouth at the same time. Both parties wants to speak and get their point across at the same time. So to get us out of this mouthful situation, we need to deploy the ear and mouth decision. The ear and mouth decision is this. One person has to decide to be the ear while the other person decides to be the mouth. Now what does the ear do? The ear acts as a receiver. The one who plays the ear receives, whereas the one who plays the role of the mouth recites. So you have someone who recites and someone who receives. Now, who is it that should play the role of the ear? Usually the one who plays the role of the ear is the one who is in authority, the one who holds the higher position. Now, in the case of a boss with a subordinate, who should play the role of the ear? Well, it's the boss. Also, the person who is more influential, the person with the greater influence, should also be the person who take on the role of the ear. By taking on the role of the ear first, the one in authority and the one in influence actually learns more and takes on a learning spirit first in any situation of conflict. Whereas the one who takes on the role of the mouth is usually the person with the higher intensity of emotions. It's not that the emotion itself is wrong, but the higher intensity of emotions necessitates it to be released first. And also the higher intensity of emotions tends to cloud logical thinking. So in this case, it's better for this person to play the role of the mouth first. Also, usually the one who plays the role of the mouth tends to be the younger person, because the younger person has a need for self-expression. For them, self-expression comes before learning. So when he or she plays the role of the mouth and is given the opportunity to express first, the learning will take place later. The one who speaks first usually has a greater tendency to respond back in loyalty later on. Now, it's not that the one who receives do not have a chance to express his issue, but deference is given to the other party to express his or her issue first, while the one who is more influential and in a capacity to learn, receive and process the issue that is raised. What this does then, it creates a breach of trust and sincerity, because you are sending a message by saying, yes, I hear you. Now, when the trust has been built, then this person who is more influential and this person who is in authority can share his issue to the other party in the next round. And when this party who is more influential and in authority share the issue, it will be issue plus insights that are gained. Insights that are gained from listening to the other party. Insights that are gained by letting the other party speak first. And when the issue is shared back to the other person plus additional insight, then the other party receive it as a worthwhile teaching and learning point from someone who is more influential and in authority. Most of the time we get into a position of clash and conflict because the one in authority has the tendency to teach first before creating an environment of trust. So by taking on the role of the ear in the initial stage helps to create the breach of trust, and this will allow you to teach with insight later on. Whereas the younger person and the one who is more intense, his heart is bursting with the need for expression. So you've got to allow for that expression to take place so that when the steam is released, then the mind is more open to receive teaching subsequently. So if in any situation of clash of ideas or issue, begin by asking the question, who is in the position of influence? This will decide the role play for the part of the ear. And then conversely, you can also ask, who has a greater need of intensity of expression? That will decide the role of the mouth. Now, should that be the rare situation where both sides are equally influential or both sides are equally intense and both sides wants to exercise the mouth at the same time and no one party is willing to be humble enough, then the other option is to have a mediator. You need to have a mediator to play that role to decide which issue will be heard first. The important criteria is that this mediator should be someone that is respected by both parties. Otherwise, the one in authority, the one who is older, and the one who has more influence, the onus is on him or her to create that environment of trust first before the teaching can take place. This is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. Thanks for watching.